Reproduction in plants. Plants reproduce through two methods, sexual and asexual. In sexual reproduction, male and female gametes unite to form a zygote. In asexual reproduction, new individuals are produced from a single parent plant. Vegetative propagation, fragmentation, and spore formation are common methods of asexual reproduction in plants. Sexual reproduction in plants involves the fusion of male and female gametes. Pollen grains contain male gametes, which are produced in the anthers of the flower. The female gamete is contained in the ovule located in the ovary of the flower. Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains from the anther to the stigma of the flower. Fertilization is the fusion of the male and female gametes resulting in the formation of zygote. After fertilization, the ovary of the flower develops into a fruit. The fruit protects the seeds inside. Seeds are formed from the ovules and contain the embryonic plant, stored food, and a protective seed coat. The process of seed formation involves several stages, including the development of the embryo, the accumulation of food reserves, and the drying and hardening of the seed coat. Seed dispersal is the process by which seeds are spread from the parent plant to new locations. Seed dispersal helps to increase the chances of survival and growth of the plant species. Wind is a common method of seed dispersal. Water is another method of seed dispersal. Animals can also help to disperse seeds. Some plants have explosive mechanism for seed dispersal. Plants have different types of roots, stems, and leaves. Fibrous roots are thin and spread out. Tap roots are thick and go deep into the soil. The stem supports the plant and carries water and nutrients. Leaves help the plant to make food through photosynthesis. Stomata are tiny openings on leaves through which plants exchange gases with the environment. The flower is the reproductive part of the plant. The sepals protect the flower when it is a bud. The petals are colorful and attract pollinators. The stamen is the male reproductive part of the flower and produces pollen grains. The anther is the part of the stamen that produces pollen grains. The filament is the stalk that supports the anther. The pistil is the female reproductive part of the flower. The stigma is the sticky tip of the pistil which receives the pollen grains. The style is the long tube that connects the stigma to the ovary. The ovary contains the ovules, which contain the female gamete. Monoecious plants have separate male and female flowers on the same plant. Dioecious plants have separate male and female plants. A flower can be bisexual with both male and female reproductive parts. In angiosperms, the ovules are enclosed in an ovary. Gymnosperms do not have an ovary and their seeds are exposed. The life cycle of a plant involves alternating generations of haploid and diploid cells. Haploid cells have one set of chromosomes while diploid cells have two sets of chromosomes. The haploid generation is called the gamophyte and produces gametes. The diploid generation is called the saprophytes and produces spores. Activity. Prove that potato can be propagated through underground stem, or how can the potato be propagated by vegetative method, or what are the eyes of the potato, in what way they help the plant. Aim. To prove that potato can be propagated through eyes through vegetative propagation. Materials required: potato, soil. Procedure. We have taken a potato. It shows some scars on it called the eyes. Cut the potato into small portions, each an eye, and bury them in soil. Water them regularly. Observation. Within 10 days, roots develop from the potato eyes. Inference. The eyes, which are the vegetative buds, germinate and develop new plants. Conclusion. This experiment proves that potato plants germinate from the eyes through vegetative propagation. Turmeric and ginger can also be grown in the same way.